right now also here. There's John Campbell, John Hickman, John and John in the building. We've also got some other guests with us. We'll show you them in just a second. Hopefully we're coming in loud and clear here on Facebook Live. Hey, Luke, back in studio, our sports director, running the boards for us. Hop on Facebook Live and check it out for us, brother. He's saying it sounds good on his end. We're also on live365.com and thegospelstation.com, sports and talk. Scroll down, hit that sports and talk button, and there we are. Help get the word out about Bethany Broncos sports. Tonight, we've got a couple of coaches coming, and a couple of players are already here. They like the free food at QDOBA, and who could blame them? Right, that's a good little deal here for QDOBA. So I want to make sure that you're joining us this evening, wherever you may be. We are grateful for your support. Tonight's show is presented by Red River Credit. Red River Credit is in that new location. It is at 23rd and Meridian. Okay, in the Windsor Shopping Center. So check out Red River Credit. All right, Campbell, you got to experience the old rain delay on Thursday with, I guess it was more of a lightning delay. Coach Pennington just stepped in. I don't know if he's going to take this, John. You know, he's on that 1 hour window. We'll see. So give us a little recap. It was a tough loss for our Broncos.
It was a tough game. It was a tough loss. And I don't think it was helped any by the 2 hour rain delay before. And it did pour. I mean, we had a torrential rain for a little bit, but it was lightning. It just wouldn't pass. Finally, it did. The game got started, a little bit before 9, and then went till about 11:30. Bethany did fall to Ardmore, though. Ardmore's got a good team, and they got a lot of young players. So watching them come up for the next couple of years, I think Ardmore's going to be very good.
What would you have said in hindsight, and I'm sure you talked about it at the game, but just the Achilles heel of the Broncos that specific evening?
They had a couple of big, long runs and some big drives. So it was just hard to get them off the field and get stops in the first half. They did better. The defense did a lot better in the second half. But, yeah, that first half, it was kind of tough to stop the Ardmore offense.
Well, this week we kind of face a different type of opponent. We're facing Tecumseh, who throws the ball more than they run the ball. Tecumseh comes in 3-5. Bethany's 3-5. However, in district, we're 2-3. The Broncos are, and the Savages are 1-4.
This is wins against Medill.
And that and those games don't even count in district because Medill had a forfeit earlier. So all the Medill victories and that score doesn't count for anybody in our district. But we need to win to stay in that playoff hunt for that kind of last opening. It looks pretty secure for Tuttle and Hera, and I guess it would come down between Ardmore, Blanchard, and us, who out of that three are all going to get to go. So there's only 2 spots left after you go through Tuttle and Hera. So big game coming up on Halloween. We'll get with some of the players and coaches just about that as we go along in our show. Again, we're live from QDOBA. Come join us. We're having a great time here. Northwest Expressway and Rockwell is where we are. That's the QDOBA where we're chilling out, hanging out, having some food and great conversation. As we look ahead to Friday night, John, what would you say are the key kind of factors in what's going to create a good outcome for our Broncos?
Well, I mean, really, if they're as full of strength as they can be, but they're going to have to stop the run, which has been a tough thing for them the last couple of weeks. And I know you said they pass more, but still, if they're able to get 8 yards a carry, that's going to be a tough game.
Well, we'll find out Friday. It'll be a fun one. It's Halloween, and we go on the road for this one. So hopefully it's more treats than tricks for our Broncos. But it'll be a fun environment, I'm sure, for our players to get out there and play on Friday night. Did y'all do any picks, by the way? I mean, you couldn't have done the picks. I mean, we were kind of cruising along. You didn't do it without me, did you?
Well, we're not counting them. But, yeah, we did some picks.
Oh. Well, how did it turn out?
I think I was 8-2. Cody was 7-3.
Okay, I'm not taking Cody's record. If you want to put me down as an 8-2 with you, right. That's how it's been.
Yeah, we'll just skip that week and we're still tied.
Okay, we're tied.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like 46-19, something like that.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break here early on, but we're going to get Sawyer Yates up and have a good conversation with the junior. And glad to see him not in a boot or crutches. Seems to be healthy. We'll talk a little bit about that and get ready for Friday night. So y'all don't go anywhere. This is the Bethany Broncos Coaches Show presented by Red River Credit. We'll be right back.
C&J Sporting Goods in the heart of Bethany at 6604 Northwest 38th is family owned and operated with 3 generations eagerly waiting to serve you. With a shopping experience called The Best, C&J Sporting Goods offers a large inventory with a little bit of everything from guns, ammo, ear and eye protectors to camping and survival gear. If they don't have it in stock, they will special order it. Veteran owned and operated, C&J Sporting Goods is a block south of 39th Expressway in Bethany.
Tanko Mechanical, Electrical, and Plumbing is a commercial and industrial contractor. They offer end-to-end client experience that includes seamless communication, budgeting, staffing, on-site organization, and its solid quality handiwork every time. The past projects include both new construction and repairs and restoration. Occupied and fully operational job sites are never a problem. They can also plan, manage, and build multi-phase jobs. We are a turnkey plumbing, electrical, HVAC, and mechanical contractor. Tanko Company, give them a call at 405-255-7804. Again, that's 405-255-7804. Tanko.
John Campbell is your local health market agent that specializes in Medicare. Instead of talking through an 800 number, talk face-to-face with your local agent, John Campbell, to answer all your questions and find the company that best fits your needs. John Campbell Health Market serves Yukon, Bethany, and the surrounding area and will travel across the state of Oklahoma to meet with you. Call John Campbell Health Markets at 405-200-8414. Call 405-200-8414.
All right, we're back here at the Bethany Broncos Coaches Show, sponsored by Red River Credit. Just a reminder, Red River Credit is at the new location. They're not at the old one. You won't find them there. They are at the Windsor Shopping Center at 23rd and Meridian. We're also presented in part by QDOBA as we're at the QDOBA Northwest Expressway and Rockwell. Having a great time. Sawyer, did you have some QDOBA already? All right, make sure it's flipped up. There it is.
Yeah, I had some QDOBA.
All right, what was your order?
I had a burrito with the first time getting a burrito here. Actually, I've never gotten a burrito, so you want to try it out?
I mean, that's what the go-to is. They're kind of the burrito place.
Yeah, I mean, I like the bowls better, honestly.
Okay, all right, but you did have a burrito.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what was the protein? What's your order? Like, what are you going through? There's so many options.
Pulled pork, a little bit of queso, some vegetables, like bell peppers and stuff like that.
Okay.
And then cilantro.
Cilantro. I like how you said that.
What's it called? I just said it a couple minutes ago. I forgot.
Words are tough sometimes.
Yeah. A little avocado.
Okay.
Yeah,
nice.
Rice and beans.
Yeah, rice and beans. Yeah. Or no beans.
No beans.
I skipped the beans too. I'm like, give me the rice. I like the steak here. It's really good. I'm starting to get a little hungry. I'm going to have to wait. I got to quit talking about it. All right, Sawyer. So how's the health first off?
Not bad, just trying to good recovery. Trying to play on it. It's good. Not bad.
Okay. So Friday night you'll be out there.
Yeah.
And what kind of percentage, if you could put one on there, would you be?
85 about.
And you got to play a lot this week too, so you were out there a lot. Nothing felt good.
It was all right. Yeah, it was pretty good, but just still a little bit.
All right,
awkward.
So, tell us about this last week. What was it like after the game? Like as far as the players, is the morale? How was the morale on the?
Everybody was pretty mad, pretty sad, because we lost. It was a big game for us. We needed to get into playoffs for having a good spot, or fourth, I think, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it was just.
It was a tough game. Where were just on the line, because you kind of played both offensive and defensive
Yes,
line. So on the defensive side, that they had that same look the entire game pretty much.
Yeah.
And but they had some very, very good, I guess, runners, some very fast players. How did y'all but first half y'all had a rough time. Second half y'all kind of made some adjustments.
Yes, sir.
What kind of adjustments did y'all make to kind of stop them that second half?
Most of the linebackers just watching for that pitch, or the pitch, and then us just do our job like we were supposed to. Just get down line, don't get chop blocked. But I got chop blocked a few because I couldn't back up. But
You know, it was a unique week. The game gets moved from Friday to Thursday, and then even Thursday night, there's a lightning delay, basically a couple hours. And there's no excuses. Both teams had to deal with it. But for you personally as a player, what are you doing in that extra time frame? How do you I mean, is there more coach talk, or is it just kind of introspective? What are you doing in that moment leading up to this or during this delay?
I was just trying to stay locked in, but it's kind of hard too with that 2 hour delay. Everybody's out in the rain watching it, so
Yeah. So when you say you are trying to stay locked in, what are the things that you're doing that are with that goal in mind?
headphones on, music blasting, just knowing whatever I need to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of mentally repping the situation. What are you jamming?
listening
Yeah.
to? Yeah.
I don't know. Just listen to a bunch of stuff, just mentality stuff, just trying to get my mind on the game and what I'm supposed to be doing.
Do you have a pump up song, like one that's going to get you going?
Not really one in particular, but
So do you change the list? I mean, are you not kind of like, hey, I'm going to do this song, this song, this song. It's always going to be these songs, or you could just kind of letting Spotify pick for you. What are you doing?
kind of letting Spotify or whatnot I use pick for me.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And so it kind of knows the genre, whatever you're listening to, and it's going to give
Yep.
that to you. All right. Well, give us are we talking more hip hop? We talking more metal? Are we talking more classical? You strike us as a classical guy, Sawyer.
Sometimes metal. I
Okay.
mean, and then sometimes rap.
Yeah.
So back and forth on those two. So
Okay. Well, Friday night is another big one. You talked about the playoff implications. Gotta win out here. This is really the last district game. The Medill games, they don't count because Medill's crazy. I don't know what happened in their season with that forfeit, but and so gotta have this W here as we kind of end up the regular season. It's a Halloween game, so there's a lot of fun to that. Are you is there any kind of extra motivation on Halloween? Is that coming to play? You even thinking about that at all?
not really thinking about Halloween, just thinking about the game.
Well, I've been thinking about it, and I got a question for you. If the team had, there's these couple costumes, like contest where a couple kind of, if the team had to come up with a costume, what would that team be? Or what would the team come up with?
I don't know.
Or what about the offensive line?
O-line? Probably just big guys, I guess. I don't know.
I
Just
think-
being ourselves.
I think the O-line, John, would probably be Chick-fil-A workers, since they're always asking, what's your Chick-fil-A order?
Oh, pancakes and waffles. That's what.
Ah, okay. That's good. That's good. Well, you play a little defensive line too. What would the defensive line do? He's
I
thinking.
don't know.
Okay, who would be like all about dressing up and having a costume, and who would be the worst?
Mitchell Pace.
He'd be all about it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. That's his personality. Who would be the worst? Who's like, no, I don't want to do this. They're too cool for school. Is it you, Sawyer? You're like, nah, I'm not.
I mean, I'd dress up, yeah, but thinking about Colin Knutson.
Okay. Colin getting a shout out for the first time.
Yeah. All right. So looking to this week, what is Tecumseh? What are y'all looking for from Tecumseh?
A lot of runs. About it. They run, check the stats, probably about 54% of the time, and then they pass the rest. They pass the rest.
They seem to have had more success in the air this year. They're averaging 205 and through the air and only 66 on the ground. Have you seen any strength from their offense that you think, hey, we need to make sure we key in on this?
Not really. Just everybody needs to do their assignment, and we'll be good.
Sweet.
Is do you know about injuries? Is there anybody that's going to have to miss this week on the offensive line besides Gabe Baxter?
No.
Everybody's back.
Yeah.
Defensive line, everybody's good.
Yeah, I think we're good.
I mean, that's the biggest part right there is getting you all healthy.
Yeah.
I think that's been the hardest thing this year is having all y'all 85% or 70% and things like that.
Yeah.
Well, we got Baron Teehee coming up here in just a second. You got any dirt on Teehee? Any kind of story or anything like that we should know, or maybe something we should ask him?
Ask him what his favorite character, like movie.
Okay, so it's like a movie character.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get after.
Well, who's yours?
I don't know. I don't watch that much movies anymore, but probably Brandon Burlsworth. You know, the guy, Brandon Burlsworth. That one, number 77 that played for Arkansas, then played for the Colts.
The guy that walked on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a big one. It was
I was
good.
like,
Yeah, I know. It's like that name. I was like, who is that? I thought we were talking like a movie, but yeah, he's got the Walk-On Award, right? Named after him, if I remember correctly. Burlsworth, maybe is the name. Someone check us on that. All right, Sawyer, we'll get out with this question right here. What's the score Friday night?
Try to put at least 40, 45 on that.
Ooh, I like it. And how many are they going to get?
Try nothing.
All right, a shutout. I'd like a shutout on Friday night. That'd be a
Yeah.
lot of fun. All right, well, let's go to the Tecumseh and get a Bronco W. Thank you so much for joining us, Sawyer. We're going to have Baron Teehee coming up right after this break. Y'all don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Come see us down at Smoothie King. We have two amazing locations to serve you. 5914 Southeast 15th Street in Midwest City and 5921 Southwest 3rd Street, located right in the heart of Oklahoma City. Folks, we have the awesome Dude Perfect smoothie. We have wonderful enhancements to get you ready for your workout. Rule the day. Smoothie King is your one-stop shop for delicious smoothie action. Come see us at Smoothie King.
Let's all really listen to what politicians say. Does it make sense? For instance, raising tax rates on large corporations. Sounds good. Then we remember, corporations do not pay taxes. They pass tax costs through to their customers. That means a corporate tax increase is a tax increase for everyone who does business with a corporation. That's a tax increase to every one of us. Dwayne McAnally, McAnally Foundation.
Lilygrass Flowers and Decor is rooted in rich history dating back to 1979 in the precious memory of Flowers by Roy. Alicia Rankins and staff have carried the commitment to only offer the finest, unique floral arrangements with same-day delivery locally and nationally. What you envision, we make reality at Lilygrass Flowers and Decor, 7101 Northwest Expressway. Call Lilygrass Flowers and Decor at 721-1813 and begin a new memory.
Your home and your car are more than just things. They're where you make your memories, and they deserve the right protection. At Blake Nightingale State Farm Insurance, well, he gets it, and that's why he's there. For your home, life insurance, car, and more, call Blake Nightingale 405-728-1313. Blake Nightingale State Farm Insurance, 7304 Northwest Expressway. Like a good neighbor, Blake Nightingale is there. State Farm Insurance.
Welcome back to the Bethany Broncos Coaches Show. John Hickman, John Campbell, live at QDOBA, Northwest Expressway in Rockwell. You know where it is, right by Chick-fil-A and the new Trader Joe's in the building. Not to give them a shout out because they haven't paid for it, but I'm going to anyway. Thankful for.
I'm excited about it.
I know it was really close.
I drove up tonight and I was like, I didn't even know.
Yes, I think it's just a couple weeks old over here in this part of the neighborhood. So that's where we are, that parking lot, that QDOBA. Tonight's show is sponsored by Red River Credit, now at Windsor Shopping Center at 23rd and Meridian. Excited to be joined by senior Baron Teehee. Baron coming off a great game last Thursday night against Ardmore. So Teehee, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So obviously it's not what the team wanted, but how happy were you with your performance Thursday night?
I mean, I think I was happy that I did good, but I wish we could have pulled it off. Honestly, it's not about me; it's about the team. So,
yeah, now of course, good answer. But still got to be proud on senior night that you got a couple touchdowns and had a good game. And how are you kind of feeling with your health? Because we know that you missed a game,
Tuttle
game, and then kind of still a nagging hamstring injury through the season. But kind of describe for us where you are today.
yeah, I mean, I'm good. It's just like every once in a while I'll take a wrong step and it'll get twingy on me. But that's about all that's going on right now. I mean, I think that week off doing rehab on my own helped me a lot. So
Good.
All right, well, that's great. Speaking of that, so with Wyatt Kiefer being hurt, you've been getting a lot of the runs. They kind of held you back, but this week you just kind of took off with it. Is that kind of what you're expecting this week against Tecumseh too?
yeah, I think so. I think it's part of the game plan to have me and X. There's a package we're in where we're both in. I think we showed it a little bit against Ardmore, but we'll do that too.
And I like that they threw you out for that pass too.
Yeah.
You got one of the touchdowns on,
Mhm.
and it seemed like they did it earlier. Was there a foul or something that got called back? I can't remember, or he overthrew you. I can't remember, but I felt like he did that play twice.
Yeah, he threw it a little low. I wasn't able to.
That's
catch it.
right. But I love that play. I hope they do that some more often.
You brought up X. We kind of been a good luck charm for OX McGee. We got him into the end zone. We've been pulling for him. He finally gets in the zone. And we had a little deal about, hey, if you score, you got to give us a thumbs up. And he did. I don't know if you knew that little agreement that we made with him. So he followed through with his commitment. If he scored a touchdown, to give us a thumbs up.
And he might have been giving it to his mom, but we're taking it. We're taking it.
It's a thumb. I mean, he wasn't going to do a thumbs up probably, but we got that now, Teehee. So you're going to get in the end zone this coming Friday night on Halloween. What's going to be your signal to us in the press box? Like, hey guys, you helped me with this, and we're on the same page here. I want to give you a little shout out.
I'll give you a peace sign.
Peace. Okay. All right. So it'd be special too if it's after your second one. It'd be like, yo, two. All right. Okay, we'll be looking for that. Now Sawyer said we need to ask you a question. He said, what's your favorite movie character of all time? Now, did he know the answer? Or are you coming up with this? Oh, he knows.
He knows the answer. I'm a big Spider-Man guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I love Spider-Man.
Which one?
Andrew Garfield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's okay. So, out of all the superheroes, you're thinking Spider-Man could beat them all.
Oh yeah. Well, not all of them, but definitely he could beat a lot of them.
Who's gonna take him down? Like if it's a one-on-one match,
Superman would
Superman
kill
guy.
Spider-Man.
Yeah. But still, you're gonna pull for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
He's the most entertaining, I think. I like Spider-Man the most too.
I don't know why. Tobey Maguire probably would never actually be Spider-Man, but he's kind of my favorite one.
That was kind of our era, though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I haven't even seen Garfield do Spider-Man besides like trailers and stuff. So that's your favorite, though.
Yeah.
Okay. Why did he know that? Do you like wear Spider? Like, is that a big deal? Like everybody knows.
Everybody knows
he's a Spider-Man guy.
Yeah. Everyone knows.
And why?
I don't know. I mean, I just wear everything Spider-Man. I have a Spider-Man sticker on my truck. I just have a bunch of stuff that's Spider-Man related. So.
Okay, that would do it. All right, before we move on to Friday night, just quickly, you mentioned the team aspect with the loss to Ardmore. After the game, especially as a senior, obviously the morale's down, but who's helping turn the corner here to get focused? Like, hey, there's still a good chance we get into the playoffs here, and that's the ultimate goal. At least give us a shot. We got to get in. So who's kind of leading the charge here, and how are they doing it, getting you guys back on track?
Honestly, Brody's doing a good job. He's a big leader on the field and in the locker room. Like today, we had a meeting with Coach Brady and Speak Life and all that. And afterwards, he's like, "Hey, we need to beat Tecumseh by so and so points. That way, we can still make it to the playoffs and all this." And then during practice, he'll yell and stuff. So he's doing a good job.
That's good.
You got to win by 15.
I have no clue, honestly.
Yeah, it's like 15 or 16, right? Is the kind of margin there.
Mm-hmm.
We'll ask what the coaches see if we can get a little more insight on that. You mentioned the Speak Live thing. I think that's been great for the team this year. Y'all have had some special guests come in and speak. If you could kind of help our audience know, maybe say one of the guests that came in or something that was said in there that's probably going to impact your life forever.
I mean, the main one is Coach Chamberlain because he went to Bethany and he's always just nice to hear because, I mean, he went to Bethany and then he went to the NFL, so that's nice to see. But maybe the biggest thing is there's a shirt. It's like what we're becoming is better than what we get or something like that.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
what we learn and is better than what we're going to get from it. So
that's real good.
All right, so I'm going to go back a little bit. The last couple of weeks, the defense has had a hard time stopping the run. Has there been anything like, okay, this is what we got to do this week? Because Sawyer said that they do run about 54% of the time, so y'all are going to have to stop the run again this week to get the win. Is there anything y'all been working on, or is there anything that you've seen that, okay, this is where we can improve?
honestly, Coach Morgan is just like rep runs and individual defense constantly. Just that's all they do is rep runs. Just as long we just got to fill our gaps, So one person doesn't do the job that messes up the whole thing. So
Yeah, this is a Halloween game, which is kind of an extra little fun thing about it, having a Friday night game on Halloween. Out of all your teammates, if you're headed into a haunted house, who's the first one like hightailing it out of there? Who's going to be the biggest scaredy cat of them all?
That's a great question. I would say Little X. He's a freshman.
Oh, yeah. Well, y'all call him X too?
We call him Tink Tink.
Tink Tink is going to run.
Yeah,
No doubt about that. Tink Tink, all right. Who's going to be the toughest? Like, no, they're going to take out the guy with the chainsaw.
Probably Marcos.
Oh, homecoming king.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good
Marcos
one.
isn't really scared of nothing. So
Okay, I like it. All right, you're doing good. So give me your best Halloween candy and the worst Halloween candy.
best Halloween candy.
Obviously you probably haven't trick-or-treated in a while, right?
It's been a while.
Okay, but when you were a kid, you're like, man, I want this when I go to that door.
I was a big chocolate guy.
Yeah,
So anything chocolate.
anything chocolate.
Mhm.
Okay, so like a chocolate bar, like a Snickers type of deal. We're talking about Reese's cups.
I could go for Snickers.
Okay.
They're good.
All right, what's the worst? And
Worst?
And everything is wrong unless you say candy corn.
Well, I was gonna say candy.
Yeah, there it is. That's the worst. You agree with any of this?
I don't even know who gives candy corn out anymore.
Just evil people. People from Tecumseh.
Yeah.
Just kidding to all our Tecumseh audience. So Friday night's going to be a great one. It's a big one, obviously, as you mentioned, just getting into the playoffs. Any memory here as we're kind of, I don't know if we'll get another chance with you, Baron, but hopefully so before the season ends. But you're a senior, spent a lot of time here on the Bethany football team. Any kind of memory that's going to stick out and stay with you for a while?
I don't know. Just having fun with my brothers at practice is fun. That's always gonna stick out with me. I know it in the moment sometimes like oh, I hate this. This is boring. I'm tired. All this, but looking back, I'm gonna miss it. That's the best part about football is the relationships you get. So
That's right. That's good. What sport's next for you?
track.
Okay.
I might join swim though.
Ooh.
It's a little weird, but people have convinced me to do it because like active recovery
Yeah.
for my hamstring and stuff,
Okay.
and it'll get me my lungs really strong for track. So
My son's a swim coach. You need some help. He'll help you out.
all right,
Yeah, really good. Did really good at Mustang. And I didn't know he's coaching too. Private.
He's coaching in Norman.
All right. Very cool. All right, Baron. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Do you have anything else, John, before we go to break?
No, I was just really impressed with how you've played coming off the injury. I've been really impressed with you. So I hope you keep it up this week. And
appreciate it.
on both sides of the ball, I really love watching you play.
And it can even be a big defensive play, and we got to see the peace sign.
All
Okay.
right.
So we don't want you so focused on that, but you are going to make a big play, and I need that to come out of you. Just throw the deuce.
No matter if it's a touchdown or just a big play.
Yeah. Either way.
Big sack or something.
Yeah.
Tackle
Even if
loss.
it's like a pick and you don't take it to the house, we still need that deuce.
All right,
All right.
I'll try to remember.
Okay, Teehee. All right, thank you so much for joining us. This is the Bethany Broncos Coaches Show. John Hickman, John Campbell, live from QDOBA Northwest Expressway and Rockwell, presented by Red River Credit. We'll have Coach Pennington up next, so y'all don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Looking for fast cash without the hassle? At Red River Credit in Oklahoma City, they've got you covered. They offer auto-secured loans up to $3,660, and the best part, no credit check. Need something different? They also provide traditional installment signature loans with a credit check. Whether you need quick cash or a long-term solution, they're here to help. Enjoy cash-friendly service with easy access online at redrivercredit.com. You can apply in person at 4571 Northwest 23rd Street, Suite A in Oklahoma City. Call 405-440-0582. Got hair that needs some cutting? Head on down to Fresh Clips at 5915 Southwest 3rd Street. Fresh Clips can take care of everyone, young or old, and they offer beard trims, color treatments, wax and shampoo services, not to mention their senior discounts. Don't take your head anywhere else. Call Fresh Clips at 405-506-0956 and visit them at 5915 Southwest 3rd Street.
Yo, what's up, guys? My name is Riley, owner here at Victory Mattress Outlet, and my job is to help individuals get a quality night's sleep on our name brand mattresses for prices they can't afford. I have a great offer for you right now. If you go to this website, victorymattressoutlet.com/win, WIN, fill that form out, and you got a free coupon for a buy one mattress, get one 50% off. We look forward to seeing you. Have a great day.
Stan's Plumbing is your locally owned full-service licensed and bonded plumbing company, proudly serving the Oklahoma City Metro for over 30 years. Stan's provides all types of plumbing services like faucet and toilet repairs, sewer repair, and trenchless pipe replacement, water heater repair and installation, both tank and tankless, plus drain cleaning and jetting. All plumbers arrive with fully stocked trucks and can resolve your plumbing problems in a timely manner. Since 1988, Stan's Plumbing has held itself to a higher standard in plumbing. Call 405-721-5100 to schedule your appointment. Stan's Plumbing, Valley Service in a dirty business. 405-721-5100.
You are listening to the Bethany Broncos Coaches Show. John Hickman, John Campbell, live from QDOBA, Northwest Expressway, and Rockwell. Tonight's show is presented by Red River Credit. It is now at the Windsor Shopping Center at 23rd and Meridian, very famous area in the Bethany area. So the Windsor Shopping Center, 23rd and Meridian. We're now joined by Coach Pennington. Coach, thank you so much for taking the time this evening to be with us.
No problem.
So let's explain to our audience the playoff implications of where we are now and what needs to happen this next game.
Well, first and foremost, we need to win and get our district points and take care of our own business. But then if Harrow wins and we do what we need to do, then we're in. And then if Ardmore wins, they'll need to win by 7, and then Hera needs to lose the title by 15 or more, or they need to get pointed. So it's still very likely that we get in if we can take care of our own selves.
So the main thing is we don't want Ardmore to beat Hera, and if they do, we need them to
win by 7
or less.
More.
Oh, they need to win by 7 or more.
Yeah.
Okay, so it would need to be a bigger margin of victory. Yeah. Okay.
Who's Blanchard playing this week?
What would happen if that scenario that played out if Ardmore wins, then that would put Hera, assuming that they would lose the title in week 10, with 3 losses in the district, as well as Blanchard and ourselves. And so then it comes down to 2 points, and Blanchard would be in good shape with points because their deal game wouldn't count or for points. And we've already kind of calculated it and looked at what would have to happen. And so that's kind of where it stands. And then Hera would actually be out.
Wow. That would be crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. So it doesn't seem that Friday night, the amount of our victory would matter. You just got to have the victory. Is the score in this game, is that something we have to keep an eye on?
I mean, it would be if Ardmore wins. We need to make sure we get our points back. Yeah.
And that's in the OSSAA rules. It's only up to 15, right?
Yeah.
And then anything beyond that doesn't count. They cap it at a 15.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we would be in a 3-way tie, and since we had all beat each other, then it would go to district points. And so that's why that scenario would play out, and we would pass Hera because we would have more district points than it.
Well, last Thursday, it kind of took all of this out of our hands to a certain degree. If we get that win, we're in really good shape. We're more in control of our destiny. Thursday, it was unique, and we talked with some of the players about the game being moved up because of potential weather, and then we end up having this 2-hour lightning delay and all of that. This season has just been so kind of up and down with injuries and kind of just weird things playing out. Overall, is the team ready to bounce back? Do you feel like mentally they're in a good place? And then also to that physically with dealing with all these injuries?
Yeah, it's been tough, and the team is young and inexperienced, and every week is a learning process. And if we let our losses hang over our heads and not be lessons instead of treat them like lessons instead of just losses, we'll be better off for it. And one thing we've got to do is, especially offensively, we've got to start games better, whether that's in the first quarter or in the third quarter, because we haven't been very good in the first quarter and we haven't been very good in the third quarter as the season went on. Now, early in the year, we actually executed fairly well on opening scripts. Even in the Jones game, we scored right away the first drive, and then got all the way to the 10-yard line in the second. But as district play went on, we haven't really started like we wanted to, and then for some reason at a halftime, I wish in the game we felt like we were scoring, but when we needed to score, getting the ball back, and the defense did a great job getting stops in the third quarter, we didn't do it. Like we would get down there and not do it. So that's something we're working on. We're just trying to operate more efficiently, and I feel like offensively, it's getting better, but there's still room for growth.
I felt like the offense played really well in the first half. You had that.
It was just the first quarter. I felt like we had the punt situation where we shouldn't have been punting anyways. We shot ourselves in the foot to get to be punting the ball there, and then the snap went over, and we didn't really help ourselves out at all, not being able to score, because I told the boys, like, when we don't have penalties, and when we it's normally ourselves that puts us in bad situations in games like that. But we should have scored every time we touch it, and if we did that, we win the game. So we have to take responsibility for not doing what we're supposed to do. Like if you can score every time you touch it, you should do it. So anyways, that's kind of where our mindset is moving on.
Especially coming out of the third quarter, you got that stop, and then I was like, all right, here we go.
Yeah,
here we go. And then
it would change the momentum of everything in the game too, and we got to take advantage of those opportunities. I mean, it's like I don't know what it is. Maybe we're anxious a little bit right when the game starts, because I felt like that was how that first drive went, and then right out of halftime, maybe we're too anxious. But I think a lot of that comes with experience, and we're getting it. Hopefully, we turn the corner.
So, looking at this week, is there any injuries? Any other players that are going to miss this week? I mean, I know Gabe's out for the season, but
yeah, Gabe's out for the season, and it looks like still working with trying to get Wyatt healthy.
He got to play a couple of snaps on the defense side.
He was trying to get it going, but it just didn't cooperate with him. So hopefully we can get him going here in the next week or two.
Okay.
Your focus is obviously on the offensive side of the ball. As you prepare for Friday night's matchup with Tecumseh, what are the things that you've seen from them on film that actually they do well, that and then maybe on the flip side, what are the things you see like, oh, this may be where we have the advantage and we can exploit?
Very like structurally, they seem to be similar to Ardmore, a 4-man front, and they will bring a safety into the box. They like to be in cover 3 a lot, and so we've got some things to take advantage of that in the passing game, and then the running game we kind of like the way that an even front is for our run game attack. So you just talked to Barron. He had a pretty good time going, and so did X. So plan on using those guys, getting us going, and then taking advantage of the holes in their zone. But they run to the ball. They're not going to just let us go score. So we've got to do our responsibilities, and I think we've got a pretty good plan in place. We just need to make sure that if anything stops a drive, it's not us. It's not a bad snap. It's not a holding penalty that gets us behind the chains.
Right.
So we've got to, if we can eliminate those things, I'm not worried about our plan for this week. I think we'll be good to go.
You're listening to the Bethany Broncos Coaches Show. Coach Pennington is with us. Coach, I asked Coach Arthur this last week at our Coaches Show. Just would love to hear your thoughts. Obviously, we've got a rising star in sophomore Brett Brady, and he's getting recruited on a national level. But through the season, we've begun to see bracket coverage. We've seen him just straight out double teamed and two on him. Is it more frustrating, or hey, we're still going to throw it to him, or let's use him as a decoy? What's your thought process when defense is really kind of focused on one player and specifically him?
Well, when you always, if you do that, then you're giving something else away, and so not necessarily using him as a decoy, but we like to line him up in a lot of different places, because if you notice, he's not just a tight end hand on the ground. He has a lot of responsibility. And it's a lot for a sophomore to do it, but he's done a really good job learning maybe the same play, but out of different formations, and makes things a little bit tougher for him. But he's done a really good job doing that, because we move him around so much, so we can still take advantage of him in different places. And so really it's fun as a offense coordinator, moving him out, split out a receiver by himself, or split as an inside receiver, or tight end hand on the ground, or as a H-back. It's kind of fun to be able to move him and see what they're going to do with him, and then how can we take advantage of him, or how can
it help
help somebody else out, like our running game. Got helped out a lot last week with him being split out by himself and them having two on him. That made the box lighter and made some easier lanes for our guys to take advantage of. And I thought they did a good job of doing that.
All right. Well, thanks for Coach for being here. As far as just I don't know, like I guess the next 2 weeks y'all got Medill and Tecumseh. Is there anything that you're just kind of hoping to get just focus going into the playoffs? Is there anything that we should be, like, plays or anything that that you're trying to get ready for those two, or for the playoffs?
Well, I want to see the level of execution be higher. I want to see less self-inflicted wounds, and the more we can operate that way, less holding penalties, those kind of things. And I feel like our numbers are getting better there, for sure.
Yeah.
But just our level of execution and our sense of urgency and understanding the tides of a game. Like, the guys need to understand when it's the third quarter, we get a big stop and we get the ball and we're starting to drive, we have to finish that off, and we need to have that urgency. And so, but the thing is, a lot of that comes with experience. You can't replicate Friday night pressure without having to face a little bit of it. And so, it's good that we're going through it. And these next 2 weeks, I just want to see us be the best versions of ourselves, and I think things will take care of themselves.
You've been listening to Offensive Coordinator Coach Pennington. Coach, thank you so much for joining us here on the Bethany Broncos Coaches Show. We are live at QDOBA. We're going to take a quick break, and then we will close and wrap up the show with the head coach, Coach Arthur, coming up right after this.
At the home of the Gotta Have It, you'll find Apple Tree Antique Gallery, located in the heart of downtown Bethany at 6740 Northwest 39th Expressway. Enjoy spacious shopping with up to 77 unique vendors across more than 10,000 square feet, offering everything from jewelry and clothing to one-of-a-kind treasures and so much more. Don't miss our third Friday weekend specials every month. And yes, we're open Sundays. Call us at 495-0602. Apple Tree Antique Gallery in Bethany, home of the Gotta Have It.
Step up to the next level at Coyote Pond, home with a $20 FFL transfer. Coyote Pond at 5804 Northwest 63rd and MacArthur makes the difference in customer service with a selection of just about everything with top dollar loans and rock bottom prices. Locally owned and operated, Coyote Pond is the destination headquarters for Bethany, Yukon, and Oklahoma City, and the home of the $20 FFL transfers. Call 405-470-7999 or go to coyotepond.com. That's 405-470-7999 and coyotepond.com. Looking for fast cash without the hassle? At Red River Credit in Oklahoma City, they've got you covered. They offer auto-secured loans up to $3,660, and the best part, no credit check. Need something different? They also provide traditional installment signature loans with a credit check. Whether you need quick cash or a long-term solution, they're here to help. Enjoy cash-friendly service with easy access online at redrivercredit.com. You can apply in person at 4571 Northwest 23rd Street, Suite A in Oklahoma City. Call 405-440-0582.
John Campbell is your local health market agent that specializes in Medicare. Instead of talking through an 800 number, talk face-to-face with your local agent, John Campbell, to answer all your questions and find the company that best fits your needs. John Campbell Health Market serves Yukon, Bethany, and the surrounding area and will travel across the state of Oklahoma to meet with you. Call John Campbell Health Markets at 405-200-8414. Call 405-200-8414.
Welcome back to the Bethany Broncos Coaches Show tonight, presented by Red River Credit. Thankful for all of our sponsors. You've heard them plenty. Please support all of them. They do a great job of making sure we get all the Bethany Bronco sports on air that we can. We're on thegospelstation.com, sports and talk. Also on Facebook Live. Facebook Live has been a great avenue for us. Also YouTube, by the way. You can find us in a lot of different forms and fashion. Tonight we are, John Hickman, John Campbell, we are at the QDOBA Northwest Expressway in Rockwell, right there by Chick-fil-A and the new Trader Joe's, Hobby Lobby.
That's been constant busy for them tonight.
It has been. A lot of people coming in and out. And Coach, I don't think you've had some food yet. We're joined by Coach Arthur. Coach, why haven't you eaten?
Oh, I'll probably get some and take it with me. Got to go pick up the young kid from football practice, and so take a little bowl with me.
Veteran move, take it with you to go. I like that. Well, what's your order by when we've asked Sawyer?
Well, yeah, I'm actually kind of partial to the salads with the taco shell.
Okay.
Dip it in the queso, but I can't really have that right now. So it's pretty much going to be lettuce on the bottom and chicken and some salsa and stuff like that, some low carb.
A healthy option. Yeah. All right. Well, I think I'm going to take your queso then. I'll just say, give me his.
That's right.
It's so good. Well, Coach, thank you so much for joining us. We've been talking a lot, of course, about the implications of what's happened last Thursday night and then what could happen moving forward. Obviously, it's not fully in our control, but the chance to still be in the playoffs is right in front of us. What is after the tough loss on Thursday, and the kids knew it was a big game. You don't pull out the victory, but yet, hey, we still got more to play for. How do you really kind of flip that switch back to don't be down 0-0 kind of mentality? Be where your feet are. How do you kind of take that approach to get these kids ready for Friday night?
I mean, you just go back to work every week. I mean, that's kind of the name of the game here when things don't always go your way and you're learning and you're trying to get better every week. And we just haven't, the last couple of weeks, I would say, just haven't played, complementary football in a very good way. We've been really hot offensively at times and defense hasn't executed and then for instance this last week came out and played really good defense in the second half and didn't execute as well offensively, and so got to put it all together at the same time. I think is kind of the thing that we're going to kind of work on going forward.
Yeah, Thursday night, it's just a kind of a microcosm of the season a little bit. There's some really good things and there's some things that aren't really good. But as you look back and maybe even have watched the film of the game or even process it in your mind, what are the things that you stood out like, hey, that we got better here, or this player kind of grew in this area and this was a win for us in this sense?
Well, I thought, defensively it kind of sounds crazy, what we gave up, but I really think, did a lot of good things. I think when you take into account, obviously the first touchdown was on the punt team and kind of some the snap over the head there, and then I know we had the fumble on the kickoff later in the game that he may have been down on, but defensively, I think we got 4 3-and-outs in the game, and again 3 big ones in the second half, which really put us. And unfortunately, we didn't come out with anything of it. But I think defensively, did a good job executing against the option. I think, really the biggest thing on the defensive side is, so we had to make an adjustment at halftime to something they were doing that. I'd watched 7 games of theirs, and they did some things with their option game that we hadn't seen in all 7 games. I'd watched them all start to finish, and that's kind of maybe on us as coaches a little bit. Didn't adjust to that quite quick enough there in the first half, and so we did at halftime a little too late though.
Well, the game was Thursday night, and it's to hopefully avoid some storms, but then there's this lightning delay. I'm curious for your approach, and like what are you doing with the players? Are they just chilling in the locker room? Are you trying to still go over fine tune the game plan, or kind of what's happening in that moment?
Yeah, I mean, we relaxed for a little bit, but we did put on a movie in there and let them kind of sit back and watch a little bit of a movie, and obviously we eventually had a little more of a timeline on what was going to happen, and so we were able to get them out of there and kind of met with them real quick and made sure everybody was good to go, and really came out. I thought had good attitude and excitement coming out on the field, and then the punt snap kind of killed all that, and but then we took the ball right back down the field. Just got to again be more consistent throughout the night.
There's just really the 3 plays: the punt snap, the fumble, which I thought he was down too. I was already looking away because I thought he was down, and then on the 98-yard run.
Yep.
Those 3 plays. I mean, you can't take them away. They happen, sure. But man, that was really that's what changed the game was those 3 plays right there.
Sure. Again, I think it's a game. 2 pretty even teams. I think Ardmore's obviously. They got almost everybody back from a year ago, and they're a really good football team.
They're really young too,
and they're still a bunch of juniors.
They're going to be good next year.
Last year, and they get a lot of those back, and so. Like you said, there was just some, big plays and turnovers. They get you beat in big games, and unfortunately, we didn't execute in some of those ways.
Well, go ahead, John.
Well, I was just going to say, so looking forward to this week. Like, what are y'all looking out for Tecumseh? Like, what are y'all just being aware of?
Well, going to be pretty much the exact opposite. Looking at defending them, they're gonna throw the ball around quite a bit, and they do have a quarterback that's a pretty good athlete, and he will run it. He's not quite as much of a runner, not the runner that the Hara kid was, but he may throw it just a tad better, and so going to have to really defend the vertical passing game and those kind of things. They're going to spread out and move and get the ball kind of distributed across the field and make you tackle in space. So got to be really good there. And then defensively, they're going to give us some different looks, and so got to be able to adjust what they're in. They're going to play some press man coverage across the board at times, and I'm talking all 11 guys within about 2 yards of the line of scrimmage, and they're going to bring pressure, and so got to be able to handle those things.
As a defensive minded coach, obviously you used to play offensive line. You're used to coach even as a player. We've heard over and over again. You knew the plays, you knew where everyone was supposed to be. But you've yourself have said, you think defensively in many ways. With this kind of offense that Tecumseh has, you mentioned kind of the vertical presence that they have. Do you feel like man coverage with safety help or more zone? I know you don't want to give away the game plan here, but what's kind of the keys that you focus in when you also, if you have a man kind of defense, but that quarterback, he's not necessarily a running quarterback. He can run. He averages, 30 to 50 yards a game running, but 200 in the air. So that's kind of this dual threat thing. How do you attack that?
Yeah, well, we're just by nature, we're a little more of a zone-oriented team. It's just kind of what we do kind of as our base. And as far as how much do you play man, it's really a lot of times it's a factor of your personnel. Do you have guys that can play man? For instance, a year ago, we brought probably more pressure than we're bringing this year, but we've got we had Wyatt Geisler and Evanson out on the edge playing man as corners. Just some more experienced guys. And so, this year we've gotten better. But again, our base is kind of playing zone, and zone coverage really puts you in a better spot for a running quarterback because it allows those guys to play in their underneath zones and not get carried down the field by vertical routes and wheel routes and all those kind of things, which we'll see. And so that's kind of why zone coverage it's just our base to begin with. But again, against a running quarterback, it's a little safer for you.
We talked with Coach Bennington about this as well. On the offensive side, what are the areas that you want to attack on Friday night?
Well, I from a defensive perspective, I think we just need we have got to be really, really good. And it's kind of cliche, but they don't run the ball a whole lot, but when they do, they'll run some zone reading. So got to be very, very disciplined on stopping the quarterback. Our guys that are playing that have to be disciplined because he really he pulls it and runs it more often probably than he gives it. And so got to be aware of that. Got to be, they're going to get in a little, we call it the polecat formation, but where they put all their linemen out on one sideline and do some funky things. Okay. And so got to be able to recognize that and get lined up and all those kind of things. And then, I think just from an offensive perspective, kind of heading down the road and into the playoffs if we take care of business, got to run the football. And we've done that well the last couple of weeks. Just again, got to be more consistent when some of those drives in the second half when you need to, got to be able to convert.
I have been real impressed with the running game with Xavier and Teehee this week. I mean, in Harry, he was kind of limited, it seemed like. But, yeah, y'all been running the ball really well. And even some of the downfield passes, I think, Griner got like almost 200 yards against Hera. Mm-hmm. So I was really excited about that too, watching more downfield passing.
Yeah, I mean, we've definitely grown on the offensive side of the ball just in those kind of things. I think, again, it's just, it's good to see those guys making plays. Obviously, a lot of that comes from Brody just being more comfortable and confident back there where, this last week and we've kind of gotten back to, as healthy as we can be on the O-line, obviously, with the exception of Gabe, who's out for the year. And so that's nice to have those guys back and in the game, across the front and even have a little depth there, which is good as you're playing some of those guys on the defensive line as well. And so, need to keep that running game clicking and, again, be more consistent with it when it comes down to it. I think, a couple of those series against Ardmore, it was having success running the football throughout the night, and then every now and then, there was a -2 on first down, which just puts you behind the sticks, and that makes it difficult.
Well, thank you for your help in getting X a touchdown too. That was a big moment for the show, as we've been calling it for him for a while.
Well, yeah, and him and Barron both have been really big for us in Wyatt's absence, and like we said, the last couple of weeks have run the ball really successfully. Got Teehee back a little more healthy this last week, but really both of the last 2 weeks, it's been nice to have both of those guys able to give us some good minutes.
Well, Friday night is Halloween. That's when the game is, and the people want to know, out of all the coaches, you're entering into a haunted house. Who's the first to bail? Like who's going to be the scaredy cat out of that group?
The first coach out of there.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know if he'd go in the door. I hope I would probably say Coach Gonzalez, because I can just see him standing at the door saying, "I ain't going in there."
He would have a 30-minute conversation with the ticket.
Because he's the one that when we go out to a cold practice, he's in the coach's office. I'm not getting cold. I'm putting on every pair of clothes, every piece of clothes I have. So I can see him saying, "I'm not even going in there," because he always gives us a hard time because we can't say no to stuff, and so I can see that.
That's a good one. Okay, what's your go-to Halloween candy, and then what's the worst?
Almond Joy.
Oh, okay. My wife likes.
I'm an Almond Joy guy. I like coconut.
Me too.
And almonds. I can't do that question justice like Mike Leach did that one time.
Oh my God, he could go on and on about it. Yes,
I miss that guy. But yes. No, Almond Joy is my favorite.
And the least?
I don't really just anything. Oh, okay. Twizzlers. I'm not a Twizzlers guy at all. Okay. I mean, most of the chocolate stuff is good. Most of the non-chocolate stuff, I'm hit or miss. But Twizzlers are not any. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I'm with you. That's a good one. John, you got anything else?
No, I mean, just the chewy candies. I'm just not big on.
I love gummy bears. I mean, if they're Haribo, those are the best. I can do those. But the little Halloween size fun pack, they only got like 3 in them. That's such a joke.
Yeah, those little packs.
Yeah, the fun
amazing.
size has ruined Halloween.
And the cost of candy nowadays is definitely high.
Yes, but there's some houses, the homes that do what are they, king size, or is that what they're called? The big ones? Oh,
Full size.
yeah, those are the best.
Yeah, we used to have. Well, we haven't. I don't know that we've played a Friday night Halloween home game in a long time, but we used to have kids wear costumes and do trick or treating with the student council and all that. I'd like to get a home game. It's fun to do.
Yeah. Anything special with that? I mean, obviously we want to go take care of business, but since it is Halloween, it's a road game. Anything kind of unique to that?
Not that I know of. I mean, we've got to go. We've talked about the playoff implications and all that. Got to go take care of business this week, and I think if we do, we're in pretty good shape to get in and go play. Go try to get a win in the first round.
We're about to wrap up, but if you just tuned in, we got to take care of business. And then really we need Hera to win or Ardmore to win by 7 or more.
If we win and we get our 15 points this week, we're really in pretty good shape regardless of what happens in that game.
Yep.
Just because we'll have the points, we're going to have more points than Hera if it does come down to points. And if Hera beats Ardmore, it would then just be a tie between us and Blanchard, and we've got the tiebreaker. So as long as, again, you got to go take care of business this week and do what needs to be done.
That's right. Well, y'all be cheering on. Of course, if you can't make the trip to Tecumseh, we will be on live right here at thegospelstation.com sports and talk. But thank you for tuning into the Bethany Broncos Coaches Show this evening. Thank you, Coach Arthur, for joining us. We know you got a kid to go pick up at practice, so we'll wrap up right now. Thank you to all our listeners, and don't forget, we will have the pregame show 6:30 Friday night. Y'all tune in. Until then, have a great day.